Hey everybody, Briar Goat Killer here. Out here at the Wolf this weekend. And it's the last weekend in March. The last weekend of small game season. And I'm getting to know my new canoe. Got me a solo canoe here. It's actually a dual canoe, but I converted it to a one-seater. It is a Old Town Guide 14'7", 147. Anyway, sweet boat. I just ripped the plastic seats out of it, put me just a flat board thwart, carrying thwart, and a flat board seat, kind of a kneeling thwart right here behind me. And I already had a little pad in it for kneeling for whitewater. Of course, I'm not going to take it in any whitewater. I may run a section or two of the river that's got some small rapids, but that'll be, you know, in the context of hunting or fishing only. I'm not a whitewater paddler anymore. I'm too old for that shit. Anyway, I'm gonna go out here, set up my little camp. I got a little hidden shack back in the woods, a little tarp shanty. I'm gonna go set up near it and tear it down and get it packed up and get it hauled out of there, and then I'm gonna start rebuilding the frame so I can hook my little canvas tent up this turkey season. And so me and little man will stay in our little canvas tent that'll have a pre-made frame back in here, way back in yonder. I'm excited. We might kill us a squirrel or a grouse or something in the process. And there's the boat, a little closer upper. Just did a flat oak board for carry thwart and a 1x6 flat oak board for a kneeling thwart, and I can sit on that fairly comfortably. I mean, it's a very short walled boat, so you know, it's sitting all the way up high like that is just fine. It's way more comfortable for me, and I don't have balance issues in a canoe, so I don't care about my center of gravity being low or none of that. I can stand in a canoe in whitewater if I have to. I've been in canoes my whole life, but yeah, had 2 seats, and see where they're mounted here. I just took them out. They were the plastic molded seats. I hate those. Anyway, made me a solo canoe out of it. Drilled a little drain hole here and another one up there to let the water out of it when I get wet. But yeah, it's a nice boat. Got a little bit of oil cannon right there, but when I'm in there on my knees, it pushes it out, so it's not a problem. Doesn't hold me back from tracking or you know, doesn't hold me back speed wise. A lot of times these oil cans, you get a little bit of resistance there, a little bit of back swirling underneath your boat, yeah, and it holds you back speed wise. But this thing, I mean, for a flat bottom, no keel, solo canoe, it goes plenty fast enough for me. I'm gonna be loaded with gear and going slow anyway. But yeah, cool little boat. Old Town Guide 147. Alright, here it is, all set up. Just a little bed and a little wood stove. Nothing special. I took the legs off of it, had bolt legs on it. They're actually on another stove. So I got out here without legs. So I just set it up on 4 rocks and Put my little piece of tie wire over it and 2 tent pegs to hold it down on top of there, and donezo. Forgot my spark arrestor too, but this tent has got a bunch of holes burned in it already. I ain't that worried about it. I just put some duct tape over it and move on. This is a freaking awesome boat. So excited about this boat. Nice. Getting up into some high country now. Still north facing, still laurel thicket mostly, but we're getting up here. I'll tell you, about Christmas time, I caught that damn COVID. Well, it was just before Christmas time, but anyway, I caught that damn COVID. There's a little trail going across the mountain, and I still ain't recovered from it. Here it is last weekend in February. It was a hell of a thing for me. Those of you who been watching my videos for 10 years, you know I used to smoke. I quit in 2014, but I was a heavy smoker when I was a young man, of everything, not just cigarettes. And I feel like that really took a toll on me. Really hampered my ability for my body to deal with the COVID thing, because I couldn't lift my head off the pillow for 4 or 5 days, and I didn't drink nothing for 2 or 3 days, but I was still coughing up mouthfuls of water, and I was sick for 10 full days, more like 2 weeks. And then I still got some lingering stuff to this day. My wind climbing these mountains just ain't what it used to be. That's for sure. I am huffing and puffing right now. That's that's a steep ass hill if you don't live in the mountains, but for me, that's a moderate hill. Steep hills, all fours. Anyway. I'm way away from camp. I'm way away from my regular camp. I'm on the other side of the lake from where I'm camped now. But this rub with a scrape underneath it, I believe this is the same deer that I was seeing up there behind camp. He had a rub and a scrape in 20 or 30 different places over there. It ain't that far. It's a half a mile that way. I see this little faint trail going alongside the hill right here. I bet that's that same buck. He was a nice one. I got pictures of him when I first saw it in November. I got pictures of him. He's a stout, thick 8-point. He wasn't no monster, but he's a nice buck. But he likes to scrape and rub on the same tree. Now he's gonna be a big one this year. And right here in this little transition spot, you can't see it from here, but this is a good place to catch him. Huh, that's interesting. Little faint trail out through there. He's sticking to the thick stuff, boy, because he's smart and he knows I'm in here. Well, made it back from a little height. 4.2 kilometers. Not bad. Got to explore some stuff I've been wanting to explore for quite a while. Over in yonder. And it was worth the trip. Always looking for a new spot, especially for during rifle season. During bow season, I hunt right here on the lakes. All the lakes that I hunt within a couple hundred yards of the lake. If you get too far away from the lake, you're losing the funnel that is the lake. These deer have to walk around it. And they walk right here within sight of it, all the time. All day, every day. There's deer somewhere walking around in here within sight of this lake. So during bow season, I stay close. But during rifle season, I like to walk, you know. I like to explore. And I found me a good spot for rifle season when I was up there a while ago. Making me some hot tea now. Try to get a little wind break here for my stove. And then I'm gonna knock around here a little bit. Got a little bit more wood I pulled up here and stacked up. I'm gonna get all that broke down. And I don't know, start me a little carving project or something. Just taking it easy, kicking back and taking it easy. Alrighty. Got my mountain house in me. Grab my fishing rod here. And I'm gonna walk out to this point. See if I can't catch me a trout or something. Right here at dark. We'll see. Got my 22 strapped on my back too. If I see old Mr. Beaver, we might take some beaver meat home. Well, it was a nice cold night. Of course, my my stove and my little camp bed in there kept me very, very warm. I slept through the night. I mean, I woke up every 2 hours to stoke the stove. Probably every 3 hours, but still, it was a great, restful, relaxing evening. The moon was so bright last night, it almost gave you a sunburn. It was amazing. And before the moon came up, the Milky Way was in full view across the sky over there. It was something else. But anyway, met Mr. Chris and his son over there at the other campsite. It was nice to meet y'all. And I went up to my old shack that I built 2 years ago before turkey season and tore it all down and balled up all the tarps and stuff and got all my crap out of there, my bush pot, my spoon. And we're gonna go back in there before turkey season and build a frame that I can hang my canvas tent to, my little canvas. I got a Boy Scout Voyageurs tent. We thinking about putting it right there, but honestly, I may build the frame right here. So we can, you know, so it's a little easier to get to. Because who in the world knows what the hell this water level is going to be doing by turkey season. And I can tell you one thing, it's still going to be cold. Anyway, I'm going to pack this stuff up and get out of here. I'll see you on the way back to the truck. Yeah, I think this boat will do. I think this boat will do. Y'all be good. We'll see you on the next one.